I think Greg's right. Streamlining is the key to this merger.
I suppose.
I don't think there's a point in having both a New York and a Philadelphia office.
Oh, enough business. Enough. Kathy, I don't know about you, but I'll be delighted when this merger is done. I have not seen my husband in weeks.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, if it wasn't for me showing up at the office buck naked in a raincoat, Greg and I would have no quality time. I tried to get him to do phone sex, but he's not really a dirty talker, and it's not really something you can teach.
We were talking business.
I am enjoying working with your son. He really has a firm grasp on the ins and outs of this merger.
Ooh, you guys should try phone sex. I think he's a natural.
Oh, my goodness, it's getting late.
Oh, honey, it's still early. Let's go salsa dancing.
Dharma, I don't think the Kincaids are salsa dancing people.
Well, honey, that's why the good Lord invented tequila shooters.
I'm in.
You certainly are not.
Don't worry, I'm not going to ask for money. I'm just here to do my laundry.
Kelly, can't you say hello to our guests?
Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm a big disappointment to my parents.
More coffee.
Yes, it's delicious.
Yes, thanks.
It's Jamaican Blue Mountain.
Isn't anyone going to go talk to the angry girl with the dirty clothes?
She doesn't want to hear from us.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'll do it.
Don't wait.
Gregory, let her go. Her work in here is done.
Dean's list at Berkeley. She quits to join a rock and roll band.
Yes, but we're hoping she put that behind her, dear. It seems the band broke up because the drummer was arrested.
Well, that's certainly good news.
Dharma, your coffee's getting cold.
What are you worried about, son?
Greg, guess what? I just joined a rock and roll band.
Well, that.
Bad.
And she has tons of experience.
Yeah, I played in a bunch of garage bands, and I played in a Jamaican steel drum band on Fisherman's Wharf, and also a friend of mine used to stalk Phil Collins, so I actually learned a lot just standing outside his place and listening.
Yeah, Kelly says we can use your dad's van.
That's right.
She's in.
You're in.
I'm in a band! I'm in a band! That's so cool!
Well, bad news, guys. She's in a band.
She's in this band.
All right. I promise if we hit it big, you'll quit the other one.
Scott's on. So, do we have a name?
We keep changing our minds. First, we were the bottom feeders, and then we were Joe, and then carpet burn.
How about this? Suspicious-looking mole.
I think we should just commit to a name and have it tattooed on our asses.
In that case, I vote for Joe. And maybe without the E.
Oh, good, it wasn't a dream. My wife really did join a band.
Honey, you remember Kelly? And this is Simone, and that's Jared.
And I'm Jared.
Greg.
No, Jared.
Honey, can I talk to you in the kitchen for a second?
Sure.
They call each other honey. Could you just stick needles in your eyes or what?
You can, but you shouldn't.
So, are you going to finally tell me what's bugging you?
Okay, look, now that I'm working for my dad's company, when we're in these social situations like last night, it's different from when I had my own practice, you know? I really feel like I'm under the microscope.
Honey, I know that. That's why I'm doing everything I can to help you.
I know you think you are.
Honey, I went with you to the business dinner. I was nice to the people. I befriended their daughter. I joined her band. How is that not helping?
Okay. Why don't we focus on I joined her rock band, and we'll come back to I was nice to the people.
Great. Kelly's parents are angry because they feel like she's wasting her life. If she can succeed at this, they'll come around. And if she can't, she'll realize it on her own and stop blaming them for holding her back. This way, a family heals, her dad gets to concentrate on business, the merger goes through, capitalism thrives, I get to have a tattoo on my butt and be in a band. Win, 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 ouch, and win.
That went well. Before we go over these numbers, I'd just like to say something about what happened the other night. I think Dharma joining the band could give Kelly a chance to get this out of her system.
Or maybe your wife stuck her nose in where it doesn't belong.
That's another valid way of looking at it.
We were making progress with the girl. We were going to get her back in school.
There are worse things she could be doing than playing in a rock band.
I'm not so sure about that. The other night, the wife and I were watching something called Leif Garrett, Behind the Music. Poor sad bastard.
Sure, but Sean Cassidy turned out okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Montgomery, but there's a telephone call.
Is it urgent?
Well, we haven't been working together long enough for me to be making that judgment.
What is it?
Apparently, your wife and her band are playing nude on the roof of your building, and the police have arrived.
For God's sake.
For future reference, Janet, with my wife, that sort of thing really isn't urgent. I'm an attorney, and I will explain it to them, and they're really very sorry.
What law says you can't stand naked on the roof of your own building and play music?
It's actually 2 separate laws, Dharma.
I don't get how this is any different than singing in the shower.
I'm sure you don't. Thanks very much for understanding.
Hey, tell Randy down in Central Booking that Simone says yo.
Haven't you embarrassed your mother enough? You have to parade yourself in front of all of San Francisco.
San Francisco doesn't really mind this kind of thing.
What was the thinking here?
Well, this is the cool part about being in a band, you know? You're making music, the creativity is flowing, and people get these ideas. We were jamming, and Jared said, hey, let's go play on the roof.
And I said, let's go play on the roof naked.
I said, cool.
All right, Kelly, let's go.
I don't think so.
Can I just say something?
No.
I know the naked thing is a little Blink 182, but the band is good. And don't you think that what Kelly wants to do with her life is her choice?
Not while she's living in an apartment that I'm paying the rent on.
Hey, you know what? Keep your apartment. Keep your damn money.
Okay, we've got that figured out. Let's go downstairs.
Where are you going to live? On the street?
Maybe. Maybe your friends would enjoy hearing about the Kincaid's little girl, homeless and destitute.
You know what? Don't worry. She's not going to live on the street. She can stay with us.
Kelly!
How is that not helping?
So, the naked girls in the band, they're cute?
I wasn't really looking at them, Pete.
Oh, yeah, I understand. I mean, your wife's up there naked, too. You pretty much got to look at her most of the time. But was there one of the girls a little harder not to look at than the other?
Pete?
You weren't looking at the guy, were you?
Pete?
Although, if you look at the guy a little bit first, then you look at the girls, nobody's suspicious, huh? Yeah, they just think you're looking at naked people. They're not catching on that you're looking at naked women. Like at the museum.
Pete, if you really need to look at naked women, they're magazines.
Yeah, sure. But it's nice to get out, you know?
Hello, boys.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, boss.
Listen, Gregory, Kenneth Kincaid gave me a jingle, something about naked people on the roof of your building.
And that's all they were to Greg, just naked people.
Thank you, Pete.
What exactly went on?
Well, apparently somebody said, let's play on the roof, and somebody else said, let's play naked on the roof, and Dharma couldn't stop them no matter how hard she tried.
Well, good for her for trying.
That's what I said.
Gregory, I've known Kincaid for a good many years. He's a bit of a stick in the mud. Would you feel better if I took it from here?
No, Dad, that's not necessary. I really would like to see this through.
No. Look, these things happen. I remember the first big account I handled for my father. I was a young single fellow about to make a huge sale to a company in Cleveland. I flew out there to meet with the guy, and to make a long story short, I ended up having a little fling with his wife.
Really?
It wasn't my fault. I'd never had a Tom Collins before.
And when your dad found out, he took you off the account?
Oh, no. They were getting a divorce. She got the company, became one of our biggest clients, so we do business with them even today. Of course, the woman's in her 90s now. The bloom is off the rose. You know what I mean?
What does this have to do with Dharma joining Kelly's band?
Oh, I guess it's not an exact parallel. Well, anyway, I'll try to smooth things over with Kincaid.
Dad. It's not Mrs. Lindstrom, is it?
Well, she had her own hair and teeth once.
Thanks for letting us use your van.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm sorry it was so windy back there.
What happened to the side door?
Oh, Larry took it out. He's toying with the idea of putting in a bay window.
Where do you want me to put this?
Larry, that stays in the van.
No, I think that's mine. Yep. That's my tire.
Hello?
Hi.
Is, all this stuff Kelly's?
No, see, here's the thing.
No things. No things!
No. They all lived with Kelly for a while, and when she moved out, they had nowhere else to go.
Dharma, can I speak to you privately in the kitchen for a
I
second?
don't think so. It's kind of Simone's room now.
Have you ever heard of knocking?
I don't think I like her.
I know. That's why I put her in there.
Dharma, believe it or not, my problem is not the woman shaving her armpits where I wash my lettuce.
Oh, good for you, Greg. That shows growth.
My father called me on the carpet today in his own strange way.
Because of me?
Well, Dharma, in the last 48 hours, you've convinced Kenneth Kincaid's daughter to quit college, you've played naked with her on the roof, and now she and her band are living with us.
It's not like you're going to get fired.
It's not about getting fired. It's about how I look professionally, and I really need your support here.
You want to talk about someone who is not being supportive? You haven't said one supportive thing about this band.
How can you compare my job to this ridiculous band?
There it is. Right there. Right there. And you all just heard it.
Oh, Dharma. Wait.
Dude, your sink's clogged. Hi.
Your mom said you'd be down here.
When I'm angry, I like to slice lamb. It's very calming. Plus, Dimitri doesn't mind. I got one falafel combo, one gyro sandwich, one gyro platter, no tomato! What's up?
Listen, I know what you're going through. Greg is just like my dad. Everything you do is wrong.
He's not really like your father.
They won't let you play in a band. They don't even want to talk about you getting your nipples pierced.
All right, yeah, maybe he's a little like your father. I said a platter, not tomato! You're killing me here!
I wish I could deal with my parents the way you handled Greg.
How do I handle Greg?
You know, you don't tiptoe around him. You do whatever you want. You want to be in a band? Boom. You're in a band. You want the band to move in? Boom. There they are. You don't waste your time explaining things, because you know he's never going to get it. So screw him, right?
Well, can you cover for me here, please?
I guess. I need a Greek salad and 2 euros.
No. A Greek salad, 2 euros! From the diaphragm. Hi.
Hi.
Where is everybody?
Well, Jared and your dad went to see a guy with red hair who may or may not still live in San Leandro. And Simone borrowed our steak knives and went to some sort of religious service.
Yeah. You were right. I have been making your life harder, and I'm really sorry.
No, this is my fault. I shouldn't have dragged you to the Kincaids in the first place. They're boring, stuffy people, and of course they don't get you. That's their problem. I get you.
Yeah, most of the time.
And come on, be honest. You know, you don't really like going to these dull business dinners and playing Guess Whose Wife Got a Facelift.
Not unless they're playing for money.
So, you know, what I'm thinking is I'll just go to these things alone, and you can do the things you like to do. You know, get into the band, get a sound.
This is what you want to do?
Yeah, I think it's a good plan. Tomorrow night there's a reception for some Kinesco executives, and you don't have to go.
Okay.
Okay? I mean, I know it's not a perfect solution,
No,
but...
it's fine. Will you bring me back some big shrimp?
Sure. See, and this way, you don't have to ruin a perfectly good bra bringing them home.
my shrimp bra.
Thank you, son. Have you met the boys from Kinesco? This is Ralph Dawkins and Carl Walker from the
How do you do,
Midwest
Carl?
Marketing Division.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, there's Kenneth. Let's say hello.
I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of each other.
Actually, you won't. After the merger, they're toast. Kenneth, welcome to the Montgomery Industries family.
Thank you, Edward. You know, I owe your son here an apology. I gave him a hard time about his wife, but it turned out that Dharma getting involved with my daughter really did work out for the best.
Well, I'm not surprised.
I am. Ted, what happened?
Well, she put an end to this whole band thing. She quit. Kicked the kids out of your apartment this morning. Kelly's back with us, talking about finishing college. Tell her thanks for me.
Hey, you can tell her yourself. Look.
Ladies, I am so sorry I'm late. I was almost out the door when I realized I was wearing last year's scarf. So I had to spin by Neiman Marcus, and it was taking the valet forever to find the car. It was taking so long, it was almost easier to just go buy a new one.
I know the feeling. So glad that you're here. Your husband said you weren't coming.
Well, you know, I think it's better to keep them on a need-to-know basis. Am I right, girls? Kitty, this is my absolute favorite color on you.
Is it?
Yes.
Thank you. Are you feeling all right, darling?
Lipstick.
Excuse us.
Do not leave until we talk about those shoes. Yum!
What are you doing?
Check me out. I'm a corporate wife. I'm wearing pantyhose. This is new. We like this.
I told you didn't have to come here.
I wanted to come.
Why?
Okay, I don't want to do separate things, honey. It starts with me not coming with you to these parties, and then we go on separate vacations, and then pretty soon we have separate bedrooms, and then pretty soon we're in separate houses, and then you decide to sell yours, and then you fall in love with the real estate agent. I find out about it, start hitting the bottle, and then one day I'm on my bus bench in front of the liquor store, and you walk by and you don't even know me.
Dharma, that's not gonna happen.
Damn right it's not going to happen, because I'm going to come to these boring functions, and I am going to talk about shopping, and I'm going to walk around like I have a riding crop on my butt, just like everybody else at this party. I'm just getting the hang of it. Next time it'll go better. Okay. How cool is this? I went to Saks, and I got a makeover, and then I went to Neiman's, and they made me back.
Nice.
I know. Who's that?
It's either Joe or suspicious-looking mole. They were gonna vote when you get up there.
I swear to God, I told them they couldn't play here anymore. I even wrote it down and made Jared read it back to me.
I called them. They were a little ticked at you for quitting, but I explained it was my fault, and I think that they understood. Although Simone did put a curse on me.
Honey, I told you I didn't want to do separate lives.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're gonna go back to the way we used to do things.
How's that?
Well, you know, we love each other a lot. My parents aren't crazy about you. Your parents aren't crazy about me. You go to my things, you embarrass the hell out of me.
You embarrass me at my things.
Really? Huh. Anyway, it worked kind of for 4.5 years, so I think we ought to, stick to it.
What's Mr. Kincaid going to say when he finds out Kelly's back in the band?
It's going to be a little awkward for me at work, and, he and Kelly will have some things to deal with.
He's going to crap a cow.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. I'll be up on the roof.
Have fun. Nope, not naked, not naked.
Walking down the line, the kind of guy that makes
me feel so fine. A handsome guy standing all alone. Hey, pretty baby, let me take you home. I really saw him, I really